Hello everybody and welcome back. I received a letter the other day from my sister from another mother. Let's put it that way. I am a half-elf and my sister is a full human. She has been out and about in the adventuring world and has some stories to share with us. So I invited her to come by and actually be a guest on the show. She is going to be popping in after we do our home tours today and share one of her many adventures with you. We are on the Skyfire server today. The properties that we are going to look at are both in the Hall of Fame. The first one, we're going to go ahead and try to filter this one here. There we go. It is called The Missing Lighthouse Keeper's Estate. Now, the owner of this property is Wilowyn. Now, this is a prestige property, and it is a storm tower. Now, I do not believe that we have ever seen this one yet, so we are going to need to tour this. This location is very loud because there are waves splashing off of the rocks all around us, and the tower itself has a mystical power to it. But this is basically the size of the property. It's got a little landing off over this way for you to explore. And you also have access to the tower itself, and there's a couple levels to it. Thankfully, when you get inside here, it quiets down. So perhaps, whoops. So there's a little landing up top. Still plenty of room to let your creativity flow. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Missing Lighthouse Keeper's Estate. You notice a torch-lit path ahead. There's also a book. Let's check that out. About This Home by Wilowyn. The Missing Lighthouse Keeper's Estate. There are 3 teleport pads located on the second floor deck, the roof, and the lighthouse. Now you can see the tower in the background over there. There's no easy way to get to it. So what we're going to do is follow the path down. This has all been added on because I don't believe this was there. Beautiful beach. Oh, look. Now this was created by the owner. What a gorgeous home. Materials are really, really elegant. Let's go inside, take a look. Strange. The fireplace and brazier are lit. You know, that is strange. That means perhaps he hasn't been missing for long. I don't know. There's another book. The owner has quite a few other properties, so she's placed this book on top of the desk here and has given information as to where the properties are located. I'm going to check out the rest of the downstairs. So we have a beautiful piano. This is just classy is what this is. Very simple design, but I love it. A modern kitchen with a double oven. Oh, I'd love to have a double oven. Would make Thanksgiving so much easier. A lovely sink as well. We have an outdoor balcony. And from here you can see where that noise is coming from. It's the waves crashing against the rocks. Let's go upstairs. A strange force beckons you to the outside deck. Ooh. Okay, well, we'll go out there in just a minute. We're going to check out this first. So we've got a little sitting area here. Very nice, very nice. Ooh. Bathroom. I love the soaker tub. Oh, that's very elegant, isn't it? And this is set up kind of like a loft because the bathroom itself is not totally private. Oh, look, we've got the pedestal with the bed on top. Oh, wow, I love it. I don't think you can get up there. I think it's just a ledge. Okay, so we are being beckoned to the balcony. Let's go check it out. Oh, look. Is this transportation? Let's go to the roof first. You notice a lighthouse in the distance. And it's right next to the tower. Now it looks like there's a little... Or is that the balcony from below? Yeah, that's where we came from. There isn't anywhere else to go from here. Okay, so now we're going to go see the lighthouse. Someone's been operating the lighthouse. And there's the book. Not so long ago, the lighthouse keeper that resided here vanished. No one can be sure exactly when he disappeared, for he lived such a quiet, reclusive life with little to no contact with others. Yet, however isolated he may have been, he was very dedicated to his lighthouse and the rather sizable home bequeathed to him by his late parents. To this day, the lighthouse and the keeper's estate are often found lit up. But who's responsible for this? No one knows. Many have gone on to speculate that it's the lighthouse keeper himself. Perhaps after meeting an untimely death in the waters below, he returns each evening in spirit form to continue his ritual of illuminating the lighthouse and his home in glowing embers. Interesting. Well, in death, he is doing everyone a service by keeping the water safe and keeping the sailors in the ships from crashing into those rocks. And I believe that is everything. What a lovely home. We are going to go ahead and give our lights and exit. The next property we are going to look at is another Hall of Fame property. It is a prestige home. So we're going to take a tour of it. We have not seen this one vacant. The property is the Delgar Precipice of the Deep portal. So let's take a look at that. I have never seen this property before, so we're just going to run around just a little bit here. It looks like it's quite a lovely sand beach area with this huge rock. And then if we come around here, we've got this huge stone, I guess you could call it a gazebo. And then it also has a couple of outdoor areas. You could do a lot with this. I just love the open beach with the water. Very peaceful, quiet. Unlike the storm tower, we don't have a lot of waves. Very serene. All right, the name of the property we're going to look at next is called Ratbill Goes Wild Again. The owner is Lebougie. Here we go. Oh, look at this. This is gorgeous. Those runes, those panels are like my ultimate favorite. There's a book on the table here. I think I'm going to zoom out. Let's see what it says. Welcome by Ratbill. This is the second house in what is turning into a series of random building projects. This is a linear house. Just follow the path and you'll see everything. At the end, there's a portal to Below the City of Mist, the first random building project. If you like this house, you'll also like that one. Feel free to use any of the ideas in these houses. They are here to tickle your imagination. Have fun. Nice. Now, we're not going to have time to visit his other property today, but I have it written down, so in the future we may do just that. So let's see what he's done with this property. Oh, hello there. Garbage disposal unit. Press button to translocate the contents of the unit to the 7th dimension. Oh my. I'm not going to push that button. Am I? Take a serving. I got some cranberry sauce. Anyway, hello there, fella. Sorry about that. Take care now. We're just going to go. Oh, this is a lovely door. Look at that. Ooh. The pattern on the floor tiles is really creative because these are coin squares with this blue tile on top and then the wood on top of that. Oh my gosh, by Ratbill. 3 men are talking in a bar. The first one says, "If I had to compare my wife to a car, it would be a Ferrari. Beautiful lines, but very expensive and can be hard to handle sometimes." The second one says, "Well, if I had to name a car, it would be a Bentley. Nice and luxurious with soft cushions and big airbags. Easy to handle, but still very expensive." The third one says, Well, if I had to choose a car, it would be an ambulance. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. Do this, do that. Item count. Oh my gosh, he's gone all the way up to 243 so far. Details are nice, but it eats away item space. Perhaps I will do a decorating dungeon sometime. They have an item limit of 2,000. But I think even 10,000 wouldn't be enough for me. Don't forget to look up. There's something on the ceiling most of the time. Okay. Ooh. Layers upon layers. These window boxes are very, very creative also. Get quite a view. Another project for fun. So this would, I guess, take us somewhere else. I'm not going to click on that because I'm not sure what will happen. Ooh. What have we got going on in here? Somebody's angry. Somebody's just listening to it too. Don't mind me. I'm just passing through. Oh dear, this is awkward. The Will of the Dwarven Lord by Ratbill. A story about 3 dwarven sons who have just lost their father. In a kingdom far, far away, there lived a dwarven lord who ruled his people with love and wisdom. The kingdom was thriving. One day, a jealous neighbor invaded their lands. The lord has repelled the invasion, but had to pay for it with his own life. The kingdom was without king. All the dwarves were talking amongst themselves about who of the Lord's 3 sons was about to become the next king. There was no clear favorite. All 3 sons had their good qualities, and the people just went on with their lives. Together, the 3 sons of the Lord divided the tasks of ruling the kingdom until they could decide on who was to be the king. After 3 weeks exactly, a package with a note attached to it arrived. The note clearly stated that the package was to be delivered exactly 3 weeks after the passing of the king. All 3 sons had to be present when the package was opened. Inside is the dying will of their dearly departed father. The firstborn son will be king. He will also receive his assets mentioned in the included list, and he will receive 1/2 of the unicorns. The second-born son will receive his listed assets and 1/3 of the unicorns, and the third-born son will receive his listed assets and 1/9 of the unicorns. So let it be written, so let it be done. The first son became king. He divided all assets, well, almost all assets. There was just one thing left. The dwarven lord had a herd of the most beautiful unicorns one had ever seen. A total of 17 white, shiny unicorns with silver sparkles and majestic golden horn. The first son would receive 1/2 of them, which is 8.5. The second son would get 1/3, and the third would receive 1/9. So those were all fractured numbers. You just don't want to go chopping up unicorns only to divide them. They lose their value that way. The sons kept quibbling among themselves as to how to resolve this. Nobody wanted to give up even the slightest part of their share. Having asked all of their family and friends for advice, they still haven't come up with a solution. It would seem like the sons would go to war over a few simple unicorns. To rescue the situation, they sent for Lebougie, a wise paladin from the village. Lebougie, a paladin in shining armor, head held high, arrived from the village on his breathtaking dark spirit unicorn. He listened to the problem. He started laughing. This paladin may seem as bright as the kings of old, but his reaction made the sons think they asked a fool for advice. Lebougie saw the look on their face and started to speak. He said, "I will give you my unicorn. You can have it, just to end this stupid arguing." And now the sons were certain they'd asked a fool, for only a fool would give away a marvelous beast like that. Lebougie started calculating. There's 18 unicorns now. Half for the first son makes 9. Third for the second makes 6. And 9th for the third makes 2. "Ah," he says, 9 plus 6 plus 2 equals 17. You've got 1 unicorn left. I'll just take mine back then, for all the trouble. The brothers were left speechless. Such a wise and brilliant solution that Lebougie came up with. He truly is among the wisest of the land. Lebougie mounted his dark spirit unicorn and went down the road heading back to the village, feeling of fulfillment upon him. The end. Oh, what a great story. That's awesome. Well, we'll leave these guys to argue. Ooh. This beautiful little room. Kind of romantic with the hearts and all. Got another book. Strange Humor by Ratbill. I was walking down the street thinking of a girl, but the girl didn't think so. I will let Johnny cash this check, though I think they will give Justin more. Is Mary Chapin Carpenter? Okay, I'm not going to read all those French for beginners. 2 penguins are standing on an ice floe. One says to the other, "Shall I push you into the water?" And the other says, "No." 3 whales are sitting in a tree, playing a bit of poker. An egg comes walking by. One of the whales shouts down, "Hey, egg, want to join us in a game of poker?" The egg shouts back, "No thanks, I don't have the time. I have to get to the hairdresser." Sometimes someone's telling a story and the story keeps building up towards a climax, but nothing comes. For example, a man tells the story about how he went to the local pub. It was hot and sunny. As he walks down the road heading for a crossing, there's a big red fire truck approaching him. And you think, here it comes, but nothing comes. There's a saying in English to perfectly describe this feeling. As a camel's walking in the desert, a fly is heading straight for him. He takes a stand and yells to the fly, "Stop! You shall not pass!" The fly stops before the camel and says, "Step aside, or I will kick a few extra humps in that back of yours." The camel looks at the fly and starts laughing. I'm not going to step aside." So the fly beats up the camel and flies on. The camel doesn't believe what's happened to him and goes to his brother for help. The next day, they go to the same place. Again, the fly is heading straight for them. The fly beats up both of them and flies on. The camels are totally baffled and don't understand a thing about what happened. They go to the camel club and ask for help. The next day, they all go to the same place. There's 20 camels all pumped up and ready to fight. And yet again, the fly is there, heading straight for them. The camels tell him to stop, so he does. And the first camel says, and now what are you going to do? The fly starts to laugh and beats up all the camels. As the first camel's lying on the floor, his vision blurred, he asks the fly, "How come a simple fly like you can beat up a bunch of camels like us?" The fly opens up his jacket and out steps a herd of elephants. The seminar on how to deal with disappointment has been canceled. Oh my goodness, what a crazy book. That was funny though. Oh my gosh, it's too early in the morning for this. Oh, look at this room. This is like the gold room. Oh, we have another book. Bunny Boo by Ratbill. Bunny Boo loved to bite little boys in the butt, but Bunny Boo wasn't allowed to, so he got his butt smacked when he did. That's why they call him Bunny Baboon, because his hiney was all red and shiny. It was on a night of the dead that Bunny Boo didn't fret and went absolutely butt-biting berserk. It was already dark, the time of trick-or-treat. Normally, a time of sweet fun and pleasure, but not tonight, for it became a night of blood, suffering and pain, and of an enormous amount of band-aids. The end, with some rabbit teeth sunk into it. What can I say? Not every story's happy. Okay. Love this room. Ooh, what have we here? Interesting. Oh. Not so sure I'm comfortable in this room. Oh, look at those heads up there. Music to My Ears by Ratbill. A Gothic romance started at a funeral in Carpathia. Beneath the hollowing stars, the graveyard by moonlight, a bruise upon the silent moon. On the grave, a portrait of the dead countess killed by Saffron's curse. I gave it one final graven kiss, and found myself one foul step from the abyss. As I looked at the nun with the astral habit, I felt the forwardness of a new day kicking. Tumbling down I went, as deep as any burial, into the crypt of rays. A journey to the unknown. I smelled honey and sulphur. In grandeur and frankincense devilment stirred. As the black goddess rises from the cradle to enslave, it was summer dying fast. She was born in her burial gown. It was Gabrielle, who has frost on her pillow and creatures that kissed cold mirrors. The Queen of Winter, throned, her ghost in the fog spoke to me. I am the thorn. In secret love we drown. I'm yours immortally. It was like amor e mort, but this relation would be dabbed in any language. It's just desire in violent overture for this devil woman. I had to flee this fetid dank oasis. I went to the dinner at the Deviant's palace to have some absinthe with Faust. Shall I take away the wine, the temptation? I ask. He clears his soft white throat and says, Mother of abominations, that sounds like nightmares of an ether drinker. Murder and the thirst. I would succumb to this with eyes that witnessed madness. That's a no, I guess. No time to cry. I took a manticore and left this tragic kingdom. Painting flowers white never suited my palette. Those who know cannot explain. Those who don't cannot understand. But they are all song titles. Cradle of Filth. I love it. Well, I didn't catch that. I hope some of you did. Awesome, though. Very awesome. What is here? Nothing. Ooh. Oh. The Gouger. So he has framed each of these L&L weapons and labeled them also. What a fantastic idea. Oh. Not going to ask what kind of plants they are because, yeah, I think we know. Oh, look down this long hallway. I love the lamps. What have we here? Ooh. Oh, it's a garden, a butterfly garden. Oh, how lovely. And down we go. Nice view from your little eating table there. Ooh. Oh, wow. So much work went into this. Oh, what's this? Use the portal. Okay. That's where you want to go if you want to see more of Ratbill's properties. What is this? Worship area closed to the public. Oh. Very nice. Well, this property was something else. Absolutely love it. I hope you enjoyed those properties. Now my sister has arrived. She actually, though, arrived in Kinos. Unfortunately, she doesn't care much for Freeport. So I am going to let her speak with you about her grand adventure. My name is Tina, and yes, I am Realtor's sister from another mother. And I have spent my career running all over Norrath. Before we get started, I just want to explain a little bit about what's going on. Now, a lot of you who have played Everquest 2 for many years are going to be well aware of what is going to be happening here. What I'm talking about, if you have not guessed, is the Dungeon Maker. Originally, this was such an awesome idea. It allowed players to create their very own dungeons, layouts, decorate, and then other players could run through those dungeons as themselves or as an avatar, say an orc or skeleton or something like that you could pick. Unfortunately, what is it they say? The one bad apple ruins it for the whole bunch. The whole tree goes bad. A lot of players ended up exploiting the system. They took out all the XP gain and all of the coin and loot gain from running the dungeon. You used to get these special coins that you could use on the marketplace to get awesome items. I am looking under the Hall of Fame in the dungeon ratings. And we are going to actually share the Kingdom of Sorrows. Let's see one of the many adventures of Tina the Paladin. Here we go. So Tina has entered this interesting palace, and there seems to be a mystery attached to it, and we are going to try to solve this mystery. Welcome to the Kingdom of Sorrows. These signposts will act as your guide as you traverse the dangers that lay in wait for you. Please allow for the items to fully load before you progress into each room. Thank you for adventuring with me. The owner of this build is Jexi. Really rude. We have another sign. Beware, weary traveler. Famished, aching from a far-off journey, you come upon an elaborate palace. You only wanted a place to hold up for the night. You wanted a place to rest your weary bones. But something is not quite right in this shimmering, gilded citadel. we go. And I love the way they've decorated this place. Got a sphinx. Turn back! You've been warned. Strange creatures have taken up residence in the palace. A mystery you are drawn to unravel. Danger rears its ugly head. But you spy a tattered journal on the floor. Perhaps it will give clues to dangers lurking in this gleaming stronghold. His Majesty the Grand Sultan. I have begun to notice odd changes around the palace. My servants are starting to act strangely, and the residents are becoming restless. I must investigate immediately and have sent my top advisors to look into the occurrences. We have to get this under control. Looking around, you notice this glittering palace is full of bizarre weather changes and even more bizarre monsters. A dark magic must be at work. Perhaps more entries lay scattered among the disarray. I have to press on, battle my way further past this insanity and discover the truth. By order of the Sultan, no visitors permitted. Palace cursed. Huh. The oddities persist. Yet, you want to learn more and determined, keep pressing forward. An unbridled evil seems to permeate everything. How bizarre. Where are the residents? An elaborate bazaar lay before you. It appears for the most part abandoned, but you spot a few stragglers selling their wares. Something tells me they're not friendly. An unbound magic seems to be rampant. Another clue lays at your feet. I can't contain the evil. The bazaar has now become overrun with vermin, and the palace is in an uproar. I, of all people, should have been able to control this. My magic skills leave much to be desired, but I must be a strength to my people. They look up to me, and I've been their trusted ally and ruler for many years. I'm having the research tower study for a cure to this madness. We will get to the bottom of this. I must know who or what is causing it. Okay. It's another book. Second month, day 5. The entries appear to stop, and a page appears ripped. It seems as if someone was making an attempt to get a letter out to someone. Wheezes chaos in the bazaar. Please, please send guards down there at once. I don't know how long methinks we can fend off these vile beasts. There be bad things attacking us. Dark magic has sprung up from the very sands round our tents. Rats have infested the market, something terrible. Help! We beg help! I can't stop it myself. Oh no. The poorly transcribed message appears not to have reached the sender. The very letter lays trampled to the earth. Oh my goodness. That's not a good thing. Oh, we have another one over here. I have learned that a mysterious man has appeared in my land, a traveler of sorts. I'm unsure of his intentions, or even if he comes with noble cause. I'm not sure who this man is, but he makes my heart uneasy. I will send the servants out to learn more. The kingdom is in utter torment right now. and I do not have time to deal with meddling foreigners. The strange occurrences all over the palace have reached an all-time high. My advisors are doing everything they can to stave off this sickening evil that appears to be oozing from the very essence of this place. They still don't have any answers. And I don't have the skill. Well, he's in quite a dilemma, isn't he? Oh, look at this thing over there. What is that? Unhappy conglomeration. Okay, then. My advisors have not helped, and evil has overtaken them. I cannot control them or their actions. The guards are too frightened and sickened with sadness to help. I have to stop this myself. I'm sure this strange traveler's to blame. I'm sure of it. I will practice my own magic in an attempt to ward off this evil. I have to try harder. There has to be a way. Okay, we'll come back to that one. There's another book over here. Research tower closed. Amidst the corruption that surrounds you, there appears to be a grand library up ahead, and perhaps this research wing will provide the answers you seek. A misplaced tome catches the corner of your eye. I, Gileas, stand alone to try to reverse the damage. Horrid creatures have befallen the palace, and a dark magic settled in our world. The headmaster of the university deems it unnecessary to work on the incantations. However, I can't understand why. This binding spell will help to contain the evil until we can find out what's going on. I don't understand why all the Sultan's advisors choose to turn their back on the problem. It makes no sense. I continue my research if I can convince the other students to help. The entry stops here abruptly in a scrawled puddle of ink. What's the cause of the magic he's trying to bind? I continue to delve into the passages of the palace, gripped with overwhelming feeling of remorse. I can't describe this feeling of sadness. Okay, well, there's the library straight ahead. Perhaps there's an answer there. Huh. There's a sign over there. We're going to go see what's up. Everyone you encounter here is very caustic and volatile. The hostile environment's very strong here, and the teachers and students alike appear to have completely lost their minds. The schoolmaster's journal lays nearby. Another clue, perhaps? I don't know. Day 5. Yes, yes. It's all according to plan. Yes. I will serve you. They will all play. I will not continue any research as you wish, Master. They shall all be yours. I will do your bidding. Yes. This tome is particularly peculiar. From the looks of the man standing nearby, you can tell from his bedecked array that it has to be the previously mentioned headmaster. However, from his glazed over expression, you determine he is not of sound mind any longer. That guy? No, that guy. Oh dear. This is the master. The master of misery. Oh, in a book. We have been trying to search the stars for the answers to guide us through this. Planetary alignments appear slightly off, but nothing out of the ordinary. It's very difficult to see clearly, as there are spells at work in the library. Half the kingdom is gripped in sorrow. I will continue to look. Toy airships? First dark magic and now toys? Oh, yes, this is beyond puzzling. Okay, whatever that means, I don't see any toys. Okay, so that's all here. Let's go up that other garden. We saw that sign earlier. Here. You can hear the sounds of crickets chirping and the faint sound of pouring water up ahead. You catch a whiff of lush greenery. The sounds and scents give reason to believe there must be a royal garden nearby. You need to see what's ahead. Ooh, another sphinx and a book. Day 12. This magical stranger is indeed to blame, as I have seen his misery in action. He claims to want to play a game with my kingdom's residents. I have yet to hear of any winners, but all the losers of this gamble are cursed with dark magic and plagued for eternity. My attempts to thwart the evil myself have gone awry. My magic practice has begotten nothing but more terror, as my spells have also taken control of the palace. I have ordered everyone to stay clear of this dark traveler in the meantime. I have to get hold of myself. I feel as though my mind has been poisoned. You sense the evil forces are at their pinnacle in this garden. Something deep down tells you that you have to approach creatures with brute force, rather than using your whole area magic. You decide to approach them directly. Ooh, and there's a book too. I wonder if we can read the book without aggroing him. Oh, a message from the Sultan's wife. My dearest husband, I cannot watch you in agony every day. I must help. I can't stand here and watch the beauty of our realm fade away forever in the grips of horror. I will reason with the stranger. My gentle heart usually melts the hardest of resolves, as you have known all these years. Please, don't worry about me. I will speak to him. Nearby, you spot a fine lady dressed in royal garb, frozen in a block of ice. Oh no, she didn't make it. We need to get rid of this dude. Right away. And that is that. Okay, here's another sign, but it's near a mob. Oh. Oh my God, that was the Sultan. Alrighty then, that was unfortunate. Mysterious fountain portal. You spy an exit portal hastily crafted by the Sultan's top advisors. Okay, that's this right here. When we're done, that's where you exit. So he came out of here. So we need to find out what the heck this mystery is. Alright, so this must be where the Sultan lives, basically. Day 7. The revolting university scholars have managed to bind me away in my chambers for my own safety, and the safety of everyone else. At least some of them have not been overtaken by all of this. My misery can't be contained any longer, and this evil stranger cannot be stopped at any cost. It's utterly hopeless. I lost my wife, my kingdom, my people, all of it gone. There's no hope for me in this kingdom of sorrow. In the bitter end, the game master and his minions of mayhem and tragedy have won. There's nothing I can do but wither away. Oh, well, how sad is that? Oh my gosh. Here's another book. A faded love letter by his wife. My dearest beloved husband, we have spent countless hours together, and our love has been a strength for us for so many years. We've seen so many beautiful things and watched the happy faces of our subjects surrounding us. Don't weep for me. This is all my choosing, and I lost his game. I hope that someday someone will come along and help you recover all that we've lost. We should have never let this stranger into our realm. Hopefully those in other lands will learn news of him and stop him before he can make others gamble for their lives and liberty. This is my final farewell. I love you. Well, everybody, thank you for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. Please give a like and subscribe. Take care, all. Bye-bye now.